Rockstar has just released the trailer for the upcoming summer DLC. I highly recommend you guys watch this thing for yourself. I will link it in the description. But I'm going to be going over some main points that I noticed and found interesting. So to start here, we know the name of the DLC. It is Grand Theft Auto Online: The Criminal Enterprises, which honestly sounds pretty interesting. There seems to be a theme throughout the entire trailer of just heat and high gas prices, so I'm sure that's going to play a role in it. They also mentioned like the Duggans owning oil and having a play in that, so I imagine they'll be coming back into the story. We also got Agent 14 talking to us over a bunch of like crazy action scenes. We also have a scene showing the Juggernauts making a return, so I'm sure people are excited for that. We got a couple close-ups of some of the new vehicles. Looks like there's some underwater missions. And at the end of the trailer, they give us a confirmed release date of July 26th. So mark your calendars, we got the update coming soon. On top of releasing the trailer today, they also released a Newswire post with some additional information. We got a little bit more information about the story of the DLC with this little text right here saying, "Meanwhile, the sudden spike at the pumps has caught the attention of the IAA, who suspect the corrupt Duggan petrochemical family are rigging the system in their favor, and they're going to need you to help them put the pieces together." There's some random details mentioned here saying players will earn increased payouts across a range of gameplay, enjoy experience improvements, and more, with new modes, vehicles, collectibles, and special events dropping all summer long, including new showroom floors where players can test drive or simply purchase a range of new vehicles on the spot. And I'm pretty sure that's what we saw in the trailer, was that showroom. We also got some information on what exactly they meant when they said sell missions and invite only, and they say right here in plain text, and no matter which criminal career path you've chosen, all business activities, including sell missions, will now be available to play in private, which is invite only crew and friends sessions, as part of the criminal enterprises. This is huge, guys. They are saying all business activities. That is massive. For the executives update, they say those who own an executive office will notice new staff manager Lupe ready and able to help source additional special cargo for your empty shelves. A new side gig will also open up for executives, where a shipment of special cargo will arrive daily outside of your warehouse, packed and ready for delivery to the docks. That is very interesting. Plus, 2 new sources of special cargo will be added to the mix of source missions, increasing the variety of missions available to white-collar criminals statewide. For bikers, we got clubhouses with the custom bike shop are getting an on-the-house upgrade, where MC presidents will be able to modify clients' bikes to specifications and deliver them to customers for GTA money and RP. So I'm guessing this is very similar to what we already have with the auto shop. Bikers will also be able to bolster their street cred and bottom lines by completing 2 new clubhouse contracts posted on the meeting room wall at the clubhouse. And you might notice patrons haunting the bar in your clubhouse. A bar resupply mission will keep the kegs tapped and the clientele happy while earning a little extra income for your MC. So they're kind of turning the clubhouse into sort of a nightclub in that sense, where you can get some daily income. So that'll be interesting. For gun runners, they say Ammu-Nation has heard that you're all about supplying quality goods at fair price and they want in. Make a daily delivery to a designated Ammu-Nation store for an additional source of revenue. When stocking your bunker, you'll come across 2 new resupply missions, so be sure to rob those new targets for all they're worth. And players will also be able to call Agent 14 from the road to increase their research progress by sourcing data from a well-armed mark. This is very nice here that we'll be able to call Agent 14 to start these missions that they're adding, so that is very nice. We won't have to actually go into the bunker every time. For nightclub owners, they say nightclub owners can now contact Johan to take on missions to source goods for their nightclub warehouse, or call Tony to launch club management missions. So it looks like they're just trying to make missions easier to launch, which I am definitely down for. 2 new club management missions have been added to the roster, giving you new ways to promote your above-board operations. Meanwhile, inside your club, you'll be able to maintain the vibes by ejecting troublemakers and chaperoning passed-out VIPs to safe locations off-site. That, honestly, right there just sounds hilarious. Those sound like they're going to be fun. So we already mentioned some of this, but there is some new information here about the IAA missions. They're going to be called the Operation Paper Trail, and we will be able to do them with 1 to 4 players, which is very nice that you'll be able to do them solo. We got a little bit of new information here about the vehicles. We already knew there were going to be vehicles. There's vehicles in like every update, but what we do have here is they mentioned 2 new Amani Tech eligible vehicles will be available. So that means we got at least 2 more vehicles that'll be able to use remote control, missile lock-on jammer, and more. They mentioned down here that there will also be new tuners vehicles, and Benny's Original Motorworks is expanding its capabilities to work on additional vehicles. They also said plus an assortment of new and deeper customization options on several OG vehicles, some of which you may already own, that will give them a new look and a new lease on life. This is amazing. A lot of people have been saying that like, oh, I love this car, this is my favorite car, but I wish it had more customization options, and it looks like that's exactly what they're going to be doing. At the bottom here, they mentioned some stuff that we already knew, such as the Mark II nerf and the snacks being easier to access, but they also give us more details on what exactly is getting some increased payouts, because they weren't very specific, and I mean they're still not very specific in this, but at least we have a little bit of information. We know that there will be permanent boosts to race and adversary mode payouts, increased payout for original heists and the Doomsday heist, bigger paydays for bodyguards, associate, and MC members, and more. So we still got that and more. There still could be more stuff we don't know. In the last Newswire post, they mentioned that some heists were going to be getting increased payouts, and everyone was like, oh, what if it's KO? But we kind of knew it wasn't going to be KO, so we got original heist and Doomsday heist, which is very well needed, because the payouts for especially the original heists are just nothing compared to how much things cost these days. And then they made it even more clear here that the Criminal Enterprises launches on July 26th across all the platforms. When the Criminal Enterprises release, I will be doing a bunch of guide videos on them, so stay tuned for those. Thanks for watching. Peace.